Naked Truth,
Yes.
can you show us that Jesus is God or Jesus is not
Yeah.
God? Okay.
Can God die? Can the
No.
eternal God die for even a second?
No.
Okay, so was Jesus God?
Yes.
So did he die?
The human nature died.
Did the God part die?
No.
Oh, so there's no sacrifice on the part of God then.
There
Then
is
why did he become a man?
the blood.
Why did he become a man if he was not going to
Genesis
die?
3:15, friend.
Read it out. Give me the gist of it. Go ahead.
Do you have a Bible?
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. Go to Hebrews 9:22.
What is Hebrew? That's Paul speaking. I don't believe in Paul.
Naked Truth. Are you going to prove this to me using the Quran? Is that how you're going to do this?
A simple reason and logic and evidence.
Okay. So, are you scared for the verses I'm about to show you?
Show me. Go ahead.
Okay. Go to Hebrews 9:22.
In fact, the law requires that nearly everything be cleansed with blood, and without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness. That's Paul's opinion. Where is God speaking?
Naked Truth. This is how we're going to do this, okay? You said you were going to prove that Jesus is not God, okay? So how are you going to necessarily prove that? What evidences are you going to bring that we can both agree on that we could do this? Because it can't be like, well, I don't believe in your Bible, therefore I'm going to now prove that Jesus is not God. Because I believe in the Bible, we're not going to go anywhere. It's just going to be circular. So
Okay.
either you're going to use the Bible or you can just dip, bro.
So you do agree to the idea of the eternality of God, that God is ever living, cannot die. He's not
Where is it go?
a finite being. He's not something that is contingent, right? So if God can die, then that's not God. So you're saying God incarnated into a man to
Mm-hmm.
die for the sins of Adam, or the original sin, or the sins of mankind.
Mm-hmm.
If he did not die on the cross, then there is no sacrifice on the part of God. But if you say
Naked
God
truth,
died,
naked truth, naked truth. See, this is why I brought up 9:22 that you just completely ignored. Okay, so Genesis 3:15 says that the seed of the woman will be the one to crush the head of the snake, and the snake will bruise his heel. Now that is a promise that God made, meaning that a human will be the one that will be able to defeat sin. Also in 9:22, according to the law, the Torah, there is without the shedding of blood, there is no forgiveness. So it is the shedding of the blood on the cross that is what gives the forgiveness. And
okay,
it
I'm
was
not
done
talking
through
about the
a
forgiveness.
human, which was promised, and it's the word became flesh.
You are making a claim that God Yahweh became a human being, and I
Mhm.
asked you why. You said to offer as a sacrifice. God
Mhm.
sent became flesh and became his own
Is
son.
the shedding of blood a sacrifice?
Animal sacrifice, yes,
Okay. Is the
not human
shedding of any
sacrifice.
blood
No, no,
sacrifice?
no, no, not any blood, not human sacrifice. That would be paganism. It would be animal sacrifice, goat, ram, ducks, what have you, pigeons. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying that the blood of the son is not as high as a pigeon, is what you're saying.
Actually, human sacrifice is forbidden from the
It says
613
child
commandments.
sacrifices, bro. It doesn't say humans altogether.
Children
It
are
said
human
children
beings.
sacrifice. Yes,
Children
but
are
it doesn't
human
but it doesn't
beings.
say anything about an adult. It says
No.
child sacrifices, and that was specific to the Canaanite
So,
god
so
of
you're saying
Molech.
so the 613 commandments, is there a commandment in the Torah where it authorizes human sacrifice?
It doesn't that'll be an argument from silence. What you're saying is that there's no human sacrifices because of what they were specifically talking about, which is child sacrifices that is tied to a specific sacrifice from Molech, the Canaanite god. That is what is being forbidden.
Can, can child sa-
It doesn't say anything about a human sacrifices altogether. Now, that being said, the sacrifice is the shedding of blood. That is the sacrifice. So, Jesus on the cross is the shedding of the blood, and that is where there will be forgiveness of sins. Plus, it had to be a human because of Genesis 3:15.
he has to unalive himself, or he has to shed human blood? Is that your contention?
He sacrificed himself in order for the
So that
redemption
would
of
be God
humanity.
committing suicide then. How does that make sense?
Why wouldn't it make sense?
Well, why would God unalive himself? How can that happen? Eternal living God, how can he?
Bro, because so you're once again you're going, first of all, you're making arguments from out of like an appeal to emotion. You're saying because of this, because of that, therefore it doesn't make sense because of the way you're wording everything. Okay. Number one, I'm giving you verses from our Bible as to why we believe what we believe.
But they're not answering the
Either you're
question.
gonna refute it or you're just gonna concede. That's it's one or the other. The other thing is we believe that God became flesh. That's John chapter 1 verse 14. The word became flesh. If God is eternal, he cannot become uneternal. So when he takes on flesh, he will naturally, by default, have two natures. He will have a human nature and he will have a divine nature. The human nature is the one that has blood, and that's where the shedding of blood came. The human nature can die. That's the part that died.
Okay, can God's nature change?
No.
Okay, so how does he become a man?
There are two natures. I
No,
just said it, bro. You just ignored
no,
it.
no, hold on, hold on. There's a hold on because I'm saying God does not change, and you agreed with this because He's eternal. He does not
Hmm.
change, right? In fact,
Nothing
there's a verse
changed. By him taking on flesh did not change his eternal nature.
cha- changing, becoming a finite creature. That's changing his nature.
Taking on flesh does not change his eternal nature.
I mean,
If
he's
there
becoming
are
a
two
man.
natures,
He's becoming a finite creature. Thus, change in nature.
no, that is him just simply entering creation and taking on flesh. The
Okay.
flesh,
Anyway,
the flesh, naked.
yeah.
Listen, bro, listen. I haven't talked to you in a long time, but bro, every time we talk, whenever you say something, I get three words out and you immediately start. You don't listen. If we're gonna go back and forth, listen. So if he takes on human flesh, that doesn't change his eternal nature. There are two natures, the human nature and the divine. Now you explain to me why God can't do that.
Who's saying that he has two natures or three natures? Who is saying that? Who's
John 1:14.
who is the speaker here?
It's
No,
in our
no,
Bible,
no,
bro.
no, no, no. You
Naked,
can't make
naked
these
truth,
big
naked truth,
statements.
naked truth. Listen, listen. This is where you're running to. See, the fact is,
Yeah.
no, this is why you're running. The fact is, you came here to go debate our beliefs. Yet the minute we bring the evidences from our scriptures, the only if you don't have a response, the only place you're going to go to is two things. You're either going to go to another topic and completely ignore my refutation to yours, or you're going to go ahead and discredit the whole Bible because you're a Muslim. So if you really want to be about it, step into the ring and stick to the Bible and do your due diligence. If you don't know the
Okay.
answers,
So
then just
yeah,
concede.
my contention was God does not die. And God doesn't allow human sacrifices. You said no, God can allow a human sacrifice. That's something unheard of. It's not biblical.
Unbiblical, yet Jesus sacrifices himself. Okay. Yeah,
There
no
is no
problem.
commandment in the Torah to say to offer a human being as a sacrifice for atonement.
That doesn't mean that's an argument from silence. Doesn't mean you can't do it.
So in other words, you're saying a human being can be, offered as a sacrifice at the altar of the cross or any other altar for
Brother,
for.
we believe that Jesus
Give me a
sacrificed
reference for that.
himself. Like that's the
If
foundation
if
of
I'm
our
ar-
belief.
if I'm arguing from silence, give me a clear-cut,
Sure.
explicit statement
Open up
where
Isaiah
God is
chapter
saying,
50, open up Isaiah chapter 53.
no, no, Torah. That's not the law. Give me the
It's the
Torah.
Tanakh. It doesn't it's Tanakh.
So
It's
every
Tanakh.
prophet will follow
It's
Moses.
Tanakh. You believe the Prophet Muhammad is in the scroll
He's
of
a different
Isaiah.
ball game. That's a different ball game. You don't
Okay.
believe in
Okay.
that.
So you will believe the scroll of Isaiah when it's talking about Muhammad, but you won't believe it when it comes to my point. Is that what you're saying?
I'm talking about the law. Isaiah was following the Torah as well. He was under the law. He did not bring a new law. No
Okay, so
prophet
you're
after
discrediting
Moses.
Isaiah now.
No prophet after Moses brought any new law. They were all following
Are you
Moses.
discrediting Isaiah? There doesn't need to be a law saying
He's
it
not a
has to be a
lawgiver.
human sacrifice. It
Is he
doesn't there
issuing a
doesn't need to be a law saying it has
no?
to be a human
Because
sacrifice.
yeah, that's a big thing. Human sacrifice. That's
No,
something that you have introduced.
brother,
This is the first.
it doesn't need to specifically say that it has to be a human sacrifice in order for it to be able to. Now, if it forbids it, that's another thing. But what you're pointing out to what forbids is child sacrifice. It's pointing to a specific sacrifice to Molech, the Canaanite god that's sacrificing newborn babies.
Okay. Can a child sacrifice be offered to God?
Yes.
Oh, it is. My God. Well, give me some. That's why I say, let God speak rather than going for some vague references. Give me something from the Torah, from the 613 commandments, where God is stating that as, because that's a creed according to your belief system. That's your creed. So
No,
the
I'm not
statement
saying
has to
a
be
child
explicit.
sacrifices are forbidden according to the Torah. However, when you have God asking Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, that was a specific sacrifice.
Did
Now,
this?
it was rejected. It was
Yeah.
rejected, okay?
Yes.
But it doesn't say that any type of human sacrifice is forbidden. Now, when we get to Isaiah 53,
There's nothing in the Torah to back up your
bro,
case.
open up your Bible, man. Just
What's
open it up.
Isaiah? He's not a lawgiver. What is he going to do?
He's a prophet.
No,
Didn't
no,
one of the
no. I'm
Hadith
not
say
saying
that
that.
Prophet Muhammad
That's a strong
is being
accusation.
prophesied by Isaiah?
No, right now we're not talking about Islam or Prophet
Yeah.
Muhammad.
But see, no, we're talking about it because you're not being consistent with your own standard, your own beliefs. There should be no reason why you're rejecting Isaiah.
No, is Isaiah saying to make a human sacrifice?
Let's read it. Open up
Okay,
Isaiah
let's find
53.
out. Okay, since you have it open, you're by the computer. Just read
No.
it
You
down.
read it. Go get your second advice. You're being lazy. Get up and go.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh,
See,
this is so
we'll take
hard.
some time,
This
man.
is so hard. Oh my gosh. I gotta go get my other
Okay,
device. Go
what
get
is
it.
the
Go
Isaiah
get
one?
it. 53. Oh my gosh. I gotta open up the Bible.
Okay,
It's probably
what
gonna
verse?
burn your eyes when you're reading it.
It says, "Who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed?" I mean, this is talking about in the past. That's not even in the future. He grew
Bro, I don't need your commentary. Just read the
he,
verses, bro.
he grew up before him like a tender shoot and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain, like one from whom people hide their faces. He was despised, and we held him in low esteem. I mean, where is that? What's that got to do with what I'm
Bro,
saying?
keep reading, bro. First of all, I said start at verse 3. You started at verse 1, bro. You
Okay,
don't follow
surely
directions. But go.
he
Keep
took up
going.
our pain and bore our suffering, and yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him, afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions.
Sorry, I didn't hear that part. So, can you
Yeah,
say that
but
again?
that's not the
Keep
sacrifice.
going. Just read it
Okay,
one more time.
he was
Just
okay.
for the people in the back
Okay,
that didn't hear it.
he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed.
Oof.
We
Okay.
are like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth.
Like
Yeah.
a what? What's the next line?
Okay, and he was led like a lamb to the slaughter,
To
and
the what?
as a sheep
To the what?
slaughter, lamb to the slaughter. Right. So how is that supporting what I'm saying?
It doesn't
It's
support what
not
you're saying.
supporting what you're saying. This is
It
100%
supports what
This
Bear's
is
saying.
first of all
refuting what you're
talking about in the
saying.
past tense, right? This is talking about in the past tense, not the future
Oh
tense.
my
And
gosh.
secondly, people can do these horrendous things, right?
Just
But
finish
I'm
the
talking
verses,
about
bro. Finish the
God
verses, bro. Finish the
offering
verses, bro.
himself as a human and as
Finish
God.
the
Finish.
verses. Okay. Is this person getting all the iniquities of all put on him? Yes or no?
Such as
It's read verse 6.
no,
Read it
what
again.
kind of,
Read it again. Read it again. Read verse 6 again.
Verse 6.
okay, so I mean, okay, it's no problem. It says, we all like sheep have gone astray. Each of us has turned to our own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all.
Stop right there.
All, and then no, finish it.
Okay, he
To
was oppressed and afflicted.
no. To fall on him. What I don't know what translation are you reading?
I don't know, whatever this
Okay,
is.
whatever. The
Yeah,
iniquity
New
of
International.
us all. But the Lord caused the iniquity of us all to fall on him.
But who
Okay.
is it being talked about
Now,
here?
oh, that's the magic question. But
Right, but
let's keep pointing something out.
it can be
So
Jesus,
number one, is this a human being that the Lord is putting the
but it's
iniquity
not
of all on?
Jesus.
Is this a human being that the iniquity of all is being put on? Yes or no?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, a prophet can bear the iniquities of his
Can
people.
is
Look at
so it
John the
is a human.
Baptist.
So it is a human.
Was like, for instance, John the Baptist, he was
Bro,
beheaded.
listen, bro. Listen.
Many prophets
Is
were,
it describing naked truth? Please shut your mouth. Is it a human that's being described here? Yes or no?
yeah.
Okay. Is this human in verse 7 described like a lamb going to slaughter?
Okay, the people are doing it. It's not in the form of a
Yes or
Is
no?
it a lamb? This says the Lord has caused the iniquity to fall on him. Then in verse 7 it says like a lamb that is led to slaughter. Is this describing God putting the iniquity of all on a
so
human
so so.
and stop
Yeah.
interrupting and being led to slaughter like a lamb? Yes or no?
So you're saying that
Yes or
people are
no?
doing to God this?
Yes or
No,
no?
no, no.
You're
This.
cooked, bro. You're
It's
absolutely
over.
cooked, bro.
It's
You're
over.
absolutely cooked.
It's over. Wow. He was
Bro,
about to make me manifest, dude.
delusional, bro. He just says, "Show me where there's a human sacrifice." I show it to him, and he reads 3 words of the first verse and immediately starts manifesting.
I
Just
Giving
told
his
you,
commentary.
man, dude was trying to do commentary after the first 3 verses. That was so funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.